Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and today I am doing a pick a card reading on the next 2 weeks. This is a timeless reading, so it will be whenever you click on this video, whatever the next 2 weeks are from that. That includes if you pick during the middle of the week, like Wednesday, then it's going to be 2 Wednesdays from that, because 2 weeks is 14 days. We are looking into the predictions, messages, and whatever advice and guidance that we can get for the next 2 weeks. If you are into pick a card readings, please consider subscribing. It really helps out my channel. And if you end up liking the reading at any point in this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, please. If you are new to pick a card readings, the idea is to choose the group, pile, card, whatever you want to call it, and then once you choose your group that you are most drawn to, you want to go down to the description down below and go to the timestamp that corresponds to whichever group that you picked. And yeah, let's get into the selection portion of the video. We have 3 groups today. We have group 1, 2, and 3. You can choose whichever way you want. You can choose by number, you can choose by deck, you can choose by pumpkin. I've been loving the fall and Halloween theme for the month of October, so we're doing pumpkins again. And I'm doing different pumpkins for my readings, so it's just fun. For group 1, we have this really nice ombre orange and yellow pumpkin with the Wild Unknown Tarot. For group 2, we have this really nice orange and white dotted pumpkin with the Dark Mansion Tarot. And then for group 3, we have this really cute baby blue pumpkin that says I put a spell on you. I'm not sure how that's actually going to show up on camera, if it's going to be upside down, so I'm sorry about that. And we have the Prisma Visions Tarot. And yeah, whenever you're ready, take your time, pause the video. I recommend taking a deep breath before going down to your reading so you can center yourself. But yeah, meet me in your reading. I will see you guys there, okay? Hello, group 1. If you chose this ombre, yellow, and orange pumpkin, then this reading is for you. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. We're going to start with pretty much the overarching themes that's taking place during your next 2 weeks, so that you can kind of have an idea of what the energies are during that week. So for your tarot card, we have the 8 of Wands. See if my camera will decide to focus today. And then we have New Beginnings. All right. I'm trying to make sure. I didn't realize... Sorry guys, I didn't realize how much this was going to... Let me see if I can try and move it so you can see the cards well. Okay. And I'm sorry, I don't know what it is with my setup today, but I could not get it straight for the life of me. So we're not going to let it bother us. And I'm gonna do my best to not obsess over it. So I'm sorry in advance if I keep moving stuff around. But okay, wow, this is really interesting energy. This is really fast energy, actually. I feel like your next 2 weeks is going to feel very fast. The 8 of Wands is very fast moving energy. It could mean many things, actually. It could mean a lot of things are taking place all at once. Since we do have the New Beginnings card, I mean, it could mean so many things. It could be you're starting a new job, or you're getting promoted, or you're getting moved to a different department. You could be starting a new relationship. You could be traveling, or even possibly moving, because the 8 of Wands is like, it's fast moving. That's what it's known for. Or it could be that lots of new things are getting started in the next 2 weeks. Maybe all of a sudden you just feel the urge to try a bunch of new different things, new hobbies, new projects. It could also be that you're meeting up with a lot of people and it just feels like it's very fast moving. You could be, like I said, with the relationships thing, whether it's platonic or romantic, you could be going on a lot of dates and meeting new people that way. Or with the platonic thing, you could be starting like a new friendship or friendships with people, and because of that you could be going out more, and it just feels like your week is going by very fast. And this is going to be for both of your 2 weeks. So yeah, just the great thing about this theme for your next 2 weeks is that it's going to have a lot of potential, and it's going to feel very exciting. Eight of Wands is always like, it feels like a nice blessing, but at the same time it feels like a whirlwind. Things are picking up and things are happening all at the same time. And especially if like lots of new good things are happening, like if you're moving to a new place or getting a new job, there's a lot of things to explore and there's a lot of things to learn, but at the same time you're in new territory and it can feel overwhelming. So that's what I'm seeing so far as your overarching theme for the next 2 weeks. Let's get more detail into what is actually possibly happening in those 2 weeks. So I will start with your tarot cards and then we'll see what your oracle cards have to say, and then of course we'll get more advice. I'm going to move this up so that we have a bit more room. All right, so we have the Two of Wands. Okay. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of the people in this group, it's going to be about some kind of job opportunity. I feel like a lot of you are starting a new job, or it could be that you're job searching and you're going in different interviews, in which case this is a really good blessing for you, because I feel like you will end up with an offer of some sort, or offers, since it is the Eight of Wands, so it could be a bunch of different things. Or the other thing that I was actually getting, if you are starting a new job, I see you celebrating these, whether it's with your family, maybe you're going out to treat them because you have a new job, or it could be that you're going out with your coworkers to try and get to know them. Maybe whatever company you're getting into has like this get together thing that they do over the weekend or at the end of the month or something like that, and it's just you connecting with a lot of them and also trying to integrate yourself in this new job. Now, or like I said, this could also pertain to like promotion. Same thing if you're going to like a different theme, or a team as in like a team, like a new team member. If you're transferring departments or something like that, it could just be you trying to integrate yourself in that team and that job and trying to get to know the people on that team. Yeah, same thing with a promotion too, maybe getting used to your new role. And of course, I feel like the challenge of the next 2 weeks is trying to keep your focus, trying to figure out what what direction it is that you're actually trying to go to, especially if you have goals for this. like for some of you, it could actually be like you're starting your own side hustle, or if it's your own business, you're getting lots of new business ideas, or you could be starting a new special offer and it ends up doing really well. And that new offer, just because it's doing well, you might have to produce a lot of the products, or if it's a service, then you have to keep up with, you know, the demand of that service. So I feel like, yes, it seems like blessings are coming in, blessings that should be celebrated and are getting celebrated are coming in, but at the same time, because it's all coming in at once and it's overwhelming, and there seems like there's a lot that you're doing, you're kind of starting to go on autopilot mode, and it's hard to keep this focus, because the Two of Wands is all about like direction and focus. It's all about planning and assessing, and I feel like you're having trouble staying with your plans, keeping up with the week or 2 weeks in this case. And I think what you're being asked here is to be flexible and to not forget what your focus is at the same time. Like, not forget what, like, the big picture goals are. Like, let's say, okay, so this is for 2 weeks, right? Let's say that you had a certain goal, you had a big goal for that week, and because of everything going on, maybe because of all the new people and your schedule's going out of whack, well, just remember what your main goal was for that week and try and get that done. Forget everything else. If you have to, like, okay, let's say, like, for that week, let's say this was like for a business, right, or something like that, and you already promised certain, like, you already made like commitments and promises to certain people that you're going to get these services out to them before the end of the week. Just make sure you get those done, and then maybe save the rest for the next week, just so you can make sure that you're still keeping up with your goals, you're still keeping up with your commitments and promises. If this is like about a new relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic, I feel like they will come up to you with some kind of offer. So let's say if this is like a platonic one, and yeah, let's say like this is like something related to social media, or you have some kind of online business or something like that that deals with social media. Well, maybe you make like a platonic relationship and it goes, like, it ends up going really well for this week, and you end up spending a lot of time talking to that person. You may be planning out, maybe that's why it's overwhelming, is because you start planning out a lot of things with this person because you guys vibe really well, and it just kind of, it has that feeling of like it's too good to be true, but it is happening, and they end up giving you like offers of ideas. I mean, this is the Ace of Pentacles, but maybe they offer you some kind of like collaboration opportunity, or maybe you do some kind of project, or what's the word that I was looking for? Product. Like, maybe you guys end up coming up with like a service or product together, and it could be that that's turning out really good as well. But yeah, like I said, I feel like it's just going to feel, it's going to feel fast and overwhelming, but just ride this time and these next 2 weeks, because there's really good opportunities here, and there's really great blessings that's coming in here. So just make sure to remember what your main goals are for the week, and do your best to be flexible when things are coming up. And if like things that are unplanned, like, I guess, comes up for your schedule. All right, so let us see. So this one is kind of focused on what actions and mindset to have for your next 2 weeks. Although we did kind of discuss it already, so in a way it's going to kind of be advice now, but we'll see what we get. So we have Pentacle, respect. And then we have Wand, intention. Okay. Yeah, for the intention card, I really do feel like this will have to do with having to focus for the next 2 weeks. Because this card really reminds me of direction and where you're directing your energy to. It could be that since this is such a highly charged 2 weeks, it would be good to really think about how to prioritize things. If you're watching this video now, I would actually look at your week ahead and maybe do some planning. Like I said, even if it doesn't go exactly and as smoothly as you want it to, at least you have a certain idea of how things are going to go for your week ahead. That way it kind of alleviates some of like the stress and the overwhelming feelings of the week ahead, and it will also help you stay focused, keep your intentions, and keep your goals for the next 2 weeks. Now with the Pentacle and Respect card, I feel like this has to do with whoever is involved around you when this is all happening. I feel like it's good to really keep your boundaries with people, because this talks about both ways. Like the word respect, I see it as like respect for yourself and respect for other people, because the Pentacle is kind of like, it's this is the Witch's Wisdom Oracle, right? Something like, yeah, Witch Wisdom Oracle cards. So the Pentacle is kind of like it's like it's a symbolism, and wearing it is like a sign of respect, but it's also a symbol of protection. So having respect for others, especially if this is job related, and let's say that this is a new job for you, making sure that you're respecting who's training you and the new people at your job, the managers, the higher ups, whatever, and all of that. But at the same time, you want to have respect to yourself. I mean, yes, you're new. Yes, you're getting trained. But it doesn't mean that, like, they should be pushing you around. I hope you know what I'm getting at with that. I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, so yeah, like if you feel like there's things that you shouldn't be doing, like maybe let's say you have a trainer that's kind of pushing you to do things like outside of your comfort zone yet, because maybe you haven't actually learned how to do something like that, and you'll have to gauge it, and I feel like you'll know what I mean when it's happening, because of course some people, when someone trains you in a job, they like to have you do it so that you can learn it that way. But sometimes it's just like there are things that are more, I guess, higher level that you shouldn't be dealing with. It's good to see it so you can learn it for next time, but sometimes, like, because you're new, you also want to protect yourself, and keep your boundary in that sense. And like I said, I know I'm only talking about like the new job aspect in this situation. That could be a very specific message for some of you. It could also pertain to other things. Like if this is a new relationship, if you don't feel comfortable telling like that person about your whole life story, you don't have to. You want to respect yourself also, but at the same time you want to respect them too, because what if they're telling you their whole life story? Well, yeah, that's a choice, but at the same time, if they're opening up to you, it's probably because they want to learn more about you. So maybe you can't give them that promise right now, but like maybe you can say, well, you know, I'm willing to talk about it later in the future when we get to know each other better, but this is something else about me. Maybe you tell them like a hobby that you like to do. Maybe it's not your life story, but maybe you'll tell them something else, you know? That's what I'm trying to get at. All right, so let's see what advice we have from the Oracle cards. We have faith in your dreams. Oh my gosh. Okay. That one really wants to come out. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. And the other one was waxing crescent moon. This is not focusing. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. I don't know if you guys can see this well. And then we have Earth. This one really wanted to come out. So I think this week, since it's such a highly charged week, and it seems like it's going to be a very busy 2 weeks, make sure you stay grounded. However much you can. You may not have time to do grounding stuff, but if you have time to walk outside for 5 minutes, or maybe even like, I don't know, if you take the bus, or if you're just at home or in your office for 5 minutes, if you can just like, you know, close the door, close your eyes, and do some deep breathing, it will really help ground you and clear your mind so that you can keep up with all that's happening for the next 2 weeks in this time. And yeah, have confidence, because I mean, even when whatever these new beginnings are happening, I know it can be quite overwhelming, especially if you don't know where things are going. But you know, there's a reason why you're getting these blessings now, is because you're ready for this new beginning. So just have faith in yourself and like keep your confidence up. Like you have everything that you need and all the skills that you need to go through this beginning. And that pertains to this card too, where it's telling you to have faith in your dreams, keep it up. Yes, in the next 2 weeks when things are pretty hectic, you know, there will be some times where you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to get through this, or why is this happening, I want to be done. Maybe you'll have those moments, but like at the end of the day, like I feel like there are blessings coming in here for you that you've been asking for. So, you know, don't give up no matter what is happening in these 2 weeks. Okay, so we have judgmental. I will expand my mind. Yeah, I feel like we did touch on that a bit earlier. Whether whoever you're meeting or talking to, whether this is like a work-related relationship or platonic or romantic, keep your mind open, and also don't be so harsh on the judgments of yourself. I feel like this doesn't only pertain to, you know, your own judgments of other people and how you're judging this new situation and place and the people there. I feel like it pertains to you as well. Again, respect others, and also don't forget to respect yourself. All right, for our I feel like this is for my Witchlings Oracle deck. We have prosperity. You guys, at this time, prosperity is definitely coming in. I don't think that focus, so I will just read this to you. Know that you deserve all things wondrous and believe you can have them. Yeah, there is definitely this sense of disbelief in this reading. I feel like you can't believe how good things are right now, or that these things are finally happening for the next 2 weeks. And that can also be just because things are so hectic that you're not, like, you know that feeling when things are like flying out of your control, whether it's, you know, whether it's like a positive or a negative thing, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening anymore, it's so hectic, so many things are going on, and you're just on autopilot mode. You kind of can't believe or gauge anymore of what's happening. Like I said, it's that autopilot mode, and I kind of lost my train of thought there, but yeah, know that all these blessings coming in is happening now because you are deserving of it, and that you are allowed to have all of this. Don't forget to have that belief in yourself and belief that this is yours for the taking, I guess. Like, go through, feel free to bravely and happily go through like this new beginning, this new portal, this new door. Okay, and for our last card, we have our Self-Care Oracle. This is how you can possibly take care of yourself for the next 2 weeks. So the card we have is Dance. Okay, so if you are not like a dancing person like I am not the best dancer, nor do I actually dance that often. If you do, that's great. Then you know how you can let loose for the next 2 weeks. If not, then I see this as more about just moving your body, whether that means like finding time to exercise, maybe finding time to just walk outside. Walking is actually really good for you. Even taking the stairs. It's just like that message of really moving your body, or maybe stretching or doing yoga, because when you're moving your body like that, you can actually let out a lot of stress and a lot of overwhelming feelings that you're having. So I think that will be a really good way for you to let loose and recharge for the next 2 weeks. All right, group one. So that was pretty much the reading. I did get cut off because my phone stopped recording, but yeah, I was just doing an outro. I hope this helped you in some way for your next 2 weeks. I hope it gave you some guidance. Let me know how your 2 weeks actually went. Let me know if this resonated in the comments. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing if you want to see more pick a card readings. I really do appreciate all of your support, and I'm very thankful. If you want a personal reading, I am open for that. All of that information is going to be down in the description below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, group 2. If you chose this white and orange polka dotted pumpkin, then this is your reading. Please take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading, so yeah, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right, so we're going to start with pretty much the overarching theme that is happening throughout your next 2 weeks, so that we can just get kind of like a baseline of what the energies are surrounding your week, and what's influencing like the events that could be happening in those next 2 weeks. And yeah, I just realized that I forgot to do my nails, and I didn't notice the whole time I was doing group 1's reading, so we're not going to talk about that. That's all I'm gonna say for now. So I'm sorry if my nails aren't done for this week. But yeah, let's see what you have. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay. And we have, ooh, good luck. Okay. Okay. I've actually, I mean, I've seen this card because I've seen the whole deck, but I've actually never pulled it out before. So yeah, very nice, group 2 so far. Okay, so the 7 of Cups, yes, is about choices. So for your next 2 weeks, you could be faced with many different choices, and this, oh my gosh, this could pertain to so many things. This could be about job offers, job choices, what you could be applying for. It could even be about relationships. If you're dating right now, it could be about that. It could be you're having to choose between different people. It could It could even be down to like choosing a cake for a wedding or something. I have no idea why I felt the need to say that, but there it is for someone that's probably a very specific message. But yeah, there's a sense of having to make choices for the next 2 weeks. And honestly, even okay, even if this reading is for the next 2 weeks, it is possible to contemplate, like, let's say like this was given to you at the beginning of this week, and it could be that you're contemplating it for the next 2 weeks. There is a sense of confusion in this card where you're feeling confused because you're overwhelmed by your choices. And it could also be that not everything in this case is actually for you. It could be that some of those things look tempting. Okay, here, let me take it back and let me give you a different perspective of it. It's kind of like sometimes when you're choosing between like the heart type of choice on what your heart is saying versus the practical kind of choice. I feel like a lot of the times when the Seven of Cups come out, I cannot use my words today, it has to do with those kind of choices, and it's just about figuring out what the right choice is for you. And I know that can be overwhelming, and me saying that's probably not helping, because most of the time we don't want to make the wrong choice. But you do have, the thing is, you have good luck on your side this week. I feel like some way, somehow, you are going to be led to the right choice, and a lot of that is going to require your intuition to come into play. So as with most of the times that I see the Seven of Cups, please trust your intuition for the next 2 weeks, especially when you're making the choice. I'm not going to say what the right choice is, but I found that with the people that I do readings for myself, and for even the general readings, when the Seven of Cups comes up, the question is this really what you want based on what your intuition is telling you, or is it what you are choosing because you feel like it's the practical choice, or it's what someone else wants for you, or you've seen someone else do it this way and it's worked out for them? Those are the questions that you want to ask when the Seven of Cups comes up and when these choices come up. All right, so let's see what else is going on in your week. What possible events or other themes that's possibly happening in the week. I know my setup today looks a little bit odd. It's probably a little bit crooked. I have no idea what happened, but I could not for the life of me get the angle straight on today's camera angle, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, so it is supposed to be a 3-card reading, but the middle card ended up having 2 cards that fell out, so we took both of them. So we have the King of Cups, we have the Hanged Man, and on top of that was the Emperor, and then we have the Magician. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I'm actually kind of curious if I should look at... No, we'll wait. Okay. So we have 3 major arcanas in a 3-card reading. Well, actually, technically, it's 4. So I feel like... Okay, when when major arcanas come up like this, I mean, it just means that this is going to be a pretty significant next 2 weeks for you. These decisions could be pretty significant also. And I feel like when something like this comes up, there's lessons that need to be learned on a grander scale or on a spiritual sense. The thing about when the major arcana cards come up is sometimes like they don't really, it's harder to figure out what specific events could be happening, but we'll talk about it in just a second. The main struggle that I am seeing for you for the next 2 weeks is kind of reining in your emotions. It could be that this Seven of Cups, these choices and the pressure of having to make the right choice is overwhelming you, and it's making it hard for you to really make the decisions. And it could also be that other factors and other people are coming in to influence these decisions. But like I said, you know, your intuition is really going to come into play here, because you want to question whether, okay, am I like doing this because someone else is telling me, because someone else said this worked this way? Is that what's right for me? Is that what's right with my own alignment and truth? And that is going to be very important for you for the next 2 weeks, because we have 3 major arcanas in this reading. Let's see here. Okay. I'm curious. I want to see what the back of the deck was for this reading, just so we can see a bit more on what's possibly happening in terms of events, or maybe what has happened in the past, so I could get more context. So this was a deck that I used, and oh, okay. So we have the Six of Swords, and I'm actually going to take that. And okay, interesting. There was also the Six of Wands right below that. Let's see what else is. Oh, okay. Okay. That was a Two of Cups, in case you guys didn't see. So I wonder, for some of you, I wonder if you're leaving something behind this week. And I feel like it could be a relationship for those of you, or you could have just recently left a relationship, or yeah, it could have been you left something behind. And I'm only saying oh my gosh, where are my words today? I feel like you guys are very scattered for the next 2 weeks, because that's the energy that I'm getting. And yeah, like I said, it could be because of the Seven of Cups. It could be with the faces, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. It could be with the choices that you're facing this week. But yeah, like I said, I feel like there was a sense of having to leave something behind. It could have been a relationship, it could have been a job, it could have been many things. But we did see the Two of Cups, you know, behind the Six of Wands also. And if I remember correctly, the Six of Wands in this deck, yeah, it looks like some kind of like union, wedding, celebration. Which is why I'm saying it could have been a relationship. Now, it could have been platonic, or it could have been romantic. If not, it is possible that you left something else behind, whether that's like moving, because the Six of Swords does deal a lot with like moving, or a job, career-wise. Interesting. Or you could have given up on something. That is a message that's coming through. That's not going to resonate with everybody though. But I feel like, yeah, I'm hearing that very loudly now, that some of you left something behind, whether that's a person, whether that is a dream. And it's interesting because we have the Emperor, the Hangman, and the Magician for the next 2 weeks. So it's like in a way, things are coming back into balance and with more discipline. I feel like that's the blessing coming in for the next 2 weeks for you, group 2, is finding that, like, yeah, finding your power again and finding your discipline and balance and rebuilding your foundations and your structure from whatever it is that you have left behind. And I feel like with the 7 of Cups here, that's what you're rebuilding, and the choices that you're making is like rebuilding foundations and structure for your life. Well, that's quite heavy. What you are being asked to focus on to make these decisions is the Magician. The Magician is, it's quite an empowering card, actually. It's telling you that you are so much more capable and you have so many more tools and resources than you think you do. A lot of the times the Magician card comes up to remind us that, and to remind us of what we're not usually seeing that may be transparent to a lot of people, but maybe not to us, because maybe we're having trouble with our own self-worth and confidence. Okay, so let me see what these cards are. This is supposed to be what mindset and actions you're supposed to take for the next 2 weeks. So we will see. We'll see what it says. Okay, we have a prosperity. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. And we have Ostara, which says incubation also. Okay. I feel like, okay. So for the next 2 weeks, you are being asked to have a more prosperous mindset, and I think this also deals with abundance. It's interesting because when I flipped the card over for prosperity, I got the feeling of perseverance, because what this card sometimes talks about is that whatever some kind of goal or manifestations that you're having, which is possible that some of you are manifesting because we have the Magician here, it means that whatever that your goal is, or whatever that you're trying to like make happen, is close. You just need a bit more patience, I guess. Which makes sense too, because we do have the Hangman here. The Hangman is also all about surrender, which is interesting, actually. I forgot to mention that the Emperor and the Hangman is kind of like an opposite dynamic. One is like about surrendering and letting go. The Emperor is about kind of like holding on and creating structure. So it's really interesting that those two came up together. Okay, for Ostara, yeah, I think you are being asked to have some patience. I think this week is going to, I honestly feel like this week is going to be more about introspection and more about figuring out what it is that you want to do moving forward, because I feel like whatever happens next after these 2 weeks, these things are going to come in soon. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this. So it's like, it's almost, okay, actually, yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's almost as if the next 2 weeks is preparation for you. It's preparation for building up that foundation and structure that I was talking about. It's maybe the 7 of Cups is about figuring out what needs to stay in your life and what doesn't. Maybe that's what your choices will be about for the next 2 weeks. And because you have prosperity and good luck in this reading, I'm being encouraged to say that, like, you know, don't worry, you'll be fine, you have good luck on your side, this is divinely protected and this is divinely guided. You could also be getting lucky in a sense. It can be many things. It can be relationship, it can be career, it can be just maybe a quick windfall of money. Like maybe you'll find like $100 on the street. But that is possible this week. Or maybe you'll win, I don't know, maybe you'll win some kind of like contest at work, something small. But yeah, I feel like since you have the good luck card here, don't worry, you are being guided, you are protected at this time. Just focus on yourself. Focus on really preparing for what's ahead and keeping in mind what your goals are and what you are manifesting. All right, let's see what your cards or your oracle cards has to say for advice. So we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. We're going to get into that in just a second. A time for healing, balsamic moon. Yeah, I was getting called to talk about healing. So I feel like because we do have the Six of Swords that was in the back of the deck, yeah, I feel like you guys are healing. Okay. Sorry. I was getting messages and I was trying to figure out how to convey them. Okay. So if you've been doing healing, that's great, but I feel like this period and cycle is the time to finish up and close out this healing, whatever choices and decisions that you're making this week. Like I said, you're going to be divinely protected and you're going to have good luck on your side. It's just the time to really, I guess with the Hangman, let go of the things that are no longer serving you and surrender to whatever is about to come. Because you're incubating something here. We have prosperity, we have magician, which is manifestation. But I think there are things that you still need to let go of and accept and be open to really close out this chapter. Because I feel like this is like towards the end of a chapter. You're about to enter a new one. This is like the last string and the end of it. All right, manifest. Yep. I don't even know what to say about that card because I think I pretty much said it with the magician card. Okay, we have compassion. What else? We have rejuvenation. Rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit with a fresh and renewed approach to life. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. Yeah, I feel like I said, the rejuvenation, maybe you just need a little bit more rest. The next 2 weeks, unlike group 1, which group 1 was like all about like fire energy, I feel like your week is more about introspection. Like I said, this feels like it's more of like on a higher and spiritual level. I'm almost amazed that we didn't get the Hermit card here, although maybe at this time you're not going to be alone. I feel like there are other people that's going to be involved, especially when you're making decisions, especially when you're letting things go, or maybe you're letting go of some people of your life so that you can clear out the energies that's been surrounding your life and that you just need to let go of. so that you can enter a new chapter and finally release whatever has been hurting you in the past. Yeah, it's definitely time to rejuvenate, to rest, to see things from a new perspective, bring in some new fresh energy. All right, we have fun, frisky. Fun is my middle name. I read that wrong, actually. Okay, so maybe you're getting encouraged to have some fun this week also, because this is serious energy. Even like with the rejuvenation card, like your tarot cards are very, like, they're really serious energy. So I feel like these decisions that you're making, it will help you a lot if you take some time out of your week, because this is for 2 weeks, right? You're not going to be contemplating like every single day 24/7 about what the right choice is and what and who and what you need to cut out of your life to enter this new phase. Having some fun and hanging out with some people, or maybe like having fun in your own way, is going to help alleviate like the stress and the rigidity of the Seven of Cups. And also it'll help you rebalance your emotions over what's happening this week. Okay, so we have apologetic. I take full responsibility. I think that's tied with the Emperor, because the Emperor is that structure energy. It's about, yeah, taking responsibility, taking up structure, and taking in power. So it, like I said, it could be with this like new blank sheet of paper, it's you trying to kind of restructure your life. You could be doing lots of planning for the future ahead if you're making decisions. And finally, for the last card, this is our self-care oracle card for the next 2 weeks on how you can relax and take care of yourself. We have clear your energy field. What did I say about, like, you know, needing that new fresh energy? So for those of you that don't really sage, I understand, because I can't always sage because of my roommates. There's many ways to clear your energy field, whether you are spiritual or not. Water is a really good way to do that. You could do showers, shower rituals, and this is something that you could do even if you're not a spiritual. It's because it's very easy. When you get in the shower, you can just picture yourself, you know, getting showered in divine light, and like basically, like, as the water is coming down, you can picture like your energy field and your aura being cleared away. Or also spending time out in nature, taking more walks, is going to help ground you, so that's going to help clear your energy field as well. That may be easier for those of you that don't do as much spiritual stuff. So yeah, this was your reading, group 2. I hope it helped give you guidance for the next 2 weeks. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below how it resonated with you, and let me know how your 2 weeks went. If you want to come back to this video, feel free to do so. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you did like this reading and want to see more pick a card readings. It really helps my channel, and I really do appreciate you and all of your support. If you want a personal reading, I am open for that. All of that stuff is going to be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, group 3. If you chose this adorable baby blue pumpkin that says, I put a spell on you. I'm not actually sure if that's going to be upside down, but I promise you it says I put a spell on you. Then this reading is for you. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. We're going to start with the overview, the main big themes that's happening for your next 2 weeks. This is just to get basically an energetic baseline of the energy surrounding the next 2 weeks or possible events. Sometimes like that gets revealed in the main themes of these readings. So we'll see what we have. For your tarot card, we have the Star. Always lovely to get the Star. And we have Strength. Okay. Group 3, what have you been through? My goodness. Don't panic. The Star and the Strength together is really, really beautiful to get. The reason why I made that comment is because the Star comes after the Tower in the Major Arcana. So it could mean that you've been dealing with some things in the past day, week, months, year even. Maybe because the Star card is the card about hope, and strength usually comes up when we need to draw out our inner strength, and it means we have in this case when it's partnered with the Star. So that's really good news, Group 3. I'm really proud of you for being able to come out of whatever you have been through and to find hope again, because it means you didn't give up. It means that, like, no matter how, you know, things, like, maybe you just had a hard week, maybe you're dealing with like a bunch of other shit, maybe like everything like in your life has collapsed and came down. It's going to be different for everyone. It's a general reading, but whatever you have been through, you were able to get yourself out and up again. You were able to find that hope again and that strength in yourself to keep going and realize that tomorrow is another day. So I'm very proud of you for that, Group 3. And I feel like you're discovering more of this hope, this strength, this I guess fire and motivation again to find something to do in life again, or to move forward from whatever this experience was. I feel like that's the themes that's going to be running through your next 2 weeks. Let us see what is happening, possible events, and we'll also look into what mindset and actions you should take for the next 2 weeks. And maybe other themes, we'll see. So it was supposed to be a 3-card reading, but these two came out together for the middle section of the spread. So we have the Empress. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my setup here because I don't know why, but no matter what I did today, my camera didn't want to go straight. So we have the 8 of Swords partner with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, very interesting. Let me fix this here. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles. All right. Okay, and then we will get to these oracle cards in just a moment. Okay, so okay, Group 3. I feel like for the next 2 weeks, there's going to be some internal struggle with your own self-confidence, and I'm hearing trust. So this could be having to trust yourself and also trusting other people. Whatever you have been through could have been involved with a betrayal. It could have been trusting yourself. Maybe you made some decisions that just didn't pan out, and you're having a hard time, you know, trusting yourself to make other decisions in certain aspects of your life now. But yeah, I feel like that's where you're really going to need to bring in that inner strength, is to rediscover and, you know, triumph over these, you know, these issues with your self-confidence and your trust, because without those things, it's harder to accept and receive abundance into our lives. And it's harder to move forward with our goals, or even to set new goals, you know. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords here, so this actually ended up in like the blessing section of my spread that I'm using for this reading. So what I'm seeing with this as a blessing is you finally breaking free from limiting beliefs or the situation that you were in. So maybe before, for a while, you may have believed that you couldn't get out of that situation, or you may have had limiting beliefs, and that could have possibly, like, what was I trying to say here? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's just, I feel like there's a sense of breaking free at this, and I feel like maybe in the past, whatever your goals were or however you were doing things, maybe there was a sense of rushing it. Maybe there was like a time sensitive factor, because the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles time wise is like super contradicting. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest cards in the deck, and of course the swords are always like a very fast moving energy, because it's in the mind, it's in your head, and it makes me think of like your mind racing all the time, you know. So I feel like you're breaking free from these things, and now you're just taking things one step at a time. Now, maybe for some of you, you've actually already made up your mind of a certain goal. Maybe that's what was able to help you get up on your feet again and have this new hope. But now, instead of how things were back then, where maybe you were trapped in some limited belief thinking, maybe you felt like you had to do things right away, or you had to do things a certain way. Now you're taking things one step at a time, and you're not as worried about the time factor anymore, because the Knight of Pentacles is very, very goal oriented, and it doesn't matter how long it takes him to get there. He knows he will get there. He knows how to plan things, and he knows how to take calculated actions towards his goal, no matter how long it takes. So I feel like you're starting to embody that now, instead of the Eight of Swords, where you're kind of trapped in your old ways with whatever happened in your past. The Six of Pentacles is a sense of bringing things back into balance. I feel like, yeah, with what I was saying with the Empress, and the whole abundance things, and reclaiming your sense of trust and confidence, for you to be able to bring in and receive fully again, because the Six of Pentacles is also about accepting and receiving. That's the same thing. Giving and receiving. Sorry about that. But yeah, the Six of Pentacles sometimes is about that. It's about like this balance of giving and receiving. And maybe in the past you were giving too much. Now you're learning that you should be receiving. But for that to happen, there is this need to like unblock the issues that you're having with this Empress energy. And I do see, if you've been having some financial struggles, things are coming back into balance now. You're recovering financial loss, possibly, or just financial balance. All right, let's see what these cards have to say. This is about what mentality you should have for the next 2 weeks. or what actions you need to take. We have moon, cycles. And we also have Lord God masculine. Okay, so let me move this here. For this week, and I guess next week, if you're whenever you're seeing this, because this is a timeless reading. One is to have a mentality of accepting whatever comes, because cycles and the moon is it's about change. It's about like the ups and downs of life. It's about the different cycles of the moon, and I usually associate that with like the different cycles of your everyday life. So that just means, like, you know, be flexible with whatever comes, especially when it comes to changes, because I feel like since we have the Star, the Empress, and even the Strength, even if like this was not even if this card was not in like tarot form, Strength is part of the tarot. Like, there's literally a card named Strength in the tarot. So I do see that there's some major things going on with you internally and spiritually, and I feel like learning to navigate the energies of change and cycles in everyday life is going to be very helpful for you to get through this time and to make the most out of it too, to get things rebalanced. You are really being encouraged to stay motivated, take actions that make you feel motivated. Like I said, I feel like for some of you, you've already decided something and you've already made your mind up and on a certain goal. So something that you could be taking action on this week is towards that goal. If not, it could be finding, you know, that goal and that motivation again as an action for the week ahead. All right, let's see what your oracle cards have to say with just advice and whatever else the universe has to say. So we have emotions are running high, supermoon. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that from this group, which is understandable. And this can be in a positive sense too. It could be you're feeling more charged, more motivated, which is great because it's definitely what you need right now to keep up that strength up and this motivation with the masculine card. We have show the world the real you. Yeah, again, with the Empress card, I feel like that's what this full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you, is talking about. By the way, this one said supermoon. I think I forgot to read that. But, you know, I want to remind you that you made it out. You made it to whatever was happening to you in the past, or whatever hard week or hard days that you were having. You made it, and you did it with your own strength and your own power. So don't be afraid to be more confident in yourself. Don't be afraid to trust yourself more, and don't be afraid to show the real you, because at the end of the day, you know, what other people are thinking don't really matter. It's what you believe about yourself that matter, right? All right, let's see what else we have. We have patience. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a sense of needing patience here. It could be that this is something that you're learning to do this week, or something that I just heard the word breathe. So for some of you, you could be, I mean, there's been this like anxious energy that's been nagging at me this whole reading. So you could be the anxious type, you know. It's just things get on your nerves easily, and I'm not saying like people annoy you or something like that. It could be that though for some of you, but it could also be that you just have your own anxieties and it tends to trigger easily. So patience, deep breathing, taking deep breaths is definitely going to help you. It says here, nurture the seeds of patience and reap the rewards of personal achievement. Hey guys, sorry, I thought my phone was, I thought it was plugged in, but apparently it wasn't, so it turned off because it was out of battery. But as I was saying with the patience card, yeah, just, you know, just be patient. Don't get in your own way. Don't let your fears and your anxieties get in the way of achieving whatever it is that you want. And sometimes that will require patience and strength to be able to brave those times when you're feeling anxious, whether it's going to happen or not. But yeah, that's the message there. So for these cards, I was supposed to draw one, but 3 popped out and I felt called to take all of them. So we're going to take a look at all of them because why not? You know, we have beautiful. We have light. Ooh, this is really pretty. And we have spontaneous. Okay. Yeah, you guys. One, you are very beautiful. Okay, I don't care what anybody else says. Whether it's okay, it sounds really cheesy, but you know, we're all beautiful in our own way, whether I know what you look like or not. But again, this goes back to that message of the Empress, and even trusting yourself and having more self-confidence and joy and happiness within yourself, believing you are beautiful and you are worthy of everything that you've ever dreamed of. And that you have your own light to share and shine with others, whether you see it or not. Be spontaneous and open to spontaneity, to the cycles of life, to whatever comes your way, because I feel like you have the star here, which is all about hope, but it's all about potential too. Okay guys, sorry, my phone is just not having it at this point. I hope that's the last interruption for this reading, but we are almost done anyway. So our last 2 cards are anxious, my nerves get the best of me. Yeah, what did I say about, you know, your anxieties, not letting yourself get the best of you, not letting yourself get in your way, not letting your anxieties and all that overthinking. I feel like this is the pile that what are those called? I guess overthinkers. I'm not calling you guys out. I am one too, but definitely overthinking can fuel anxieties even more. So practicing this affirmation or mantra, if you are into that, is going to be very helpful. If not, then just keeping that in mind as you go through these next 2 weeks. And then our self-care message for the next 2 weeks is movement. That's interesting because I can't remember which pile it was, if it was 1 or 2, but another pile actually got something similar with dancing. So that's a form of movement. If you guys like to dance, that message may be for you as well. But usually I think what this means is just move your body. I feel like moving our bodies help ground us, which help ease out some of our anxiety, some of our fears, some of the emotional imbalances that we have, and it helps get us back into balance as well, whether that's emotional, spiritual, or physical. And movement can come in many different forms. It can be doing yoga, as this portrays. It could be whatever type of like exercise you like to do, Pilates, walking, running, hiking, I don't know, snowboarding, canoeing, whatever you like to do. it can even just be, yeah, it can even just be walking outside if you don't like to do as many exercises, but just get your movie, oh my gosh, I cannot find my words today, sorry guys. It's the retrograde, I blame the retrograde. But yeah, just find ways to find movement, whether it's in your life or in your body. Keep moving, keep yourself motivated. This will help you get into the flow of things again, flow of life, flow of your schedule, flow of your daily task. Movement is a really good way to do that. But yeah, Group 3, that was your reading. I hope this was helpful in guiding you for the next 2 weeks. If you did like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more pick a card readings. It really helps my channel, and I really do appreciate all of you and all of your support. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below on how these messages resonated with you. And yeah, I'm open for personal readings if you are interested in that. All of that information will be down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next reading. Bye bye.